Give it up for the one and only Dave, still at it, George.
Thank you for giving it up for me. Do you mind if I sit? No. Bring the energy down a little bit.
We'll just make this an evening with Dave George. That's me, by the way. So for the next 2 hours, we're going to talk about some stuff. I know, I saw that look. It's not going to be 2 hours. 20 minutes. He's timing me. What's up, Manassas? Whatever. No, I love coming to Manassas, man. So many beautiful fucking women in Manassas. Not so much like here, but I mean, no, I'm just saying, you go to like Bob and Edith's at 3 a.m. Holy shit. There's some lookers. Nah, this is cool. You're lovely. What's your name? I'm sorry, behind you. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking, yes, of course not. Yes. That was mean, what I did, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was hurtful. It's a thing I do. What is your name? Kim? What do you do, Kim? What's your story? Tell us everything. Look, I'm not one of those comics who writes jokes, okay? We're gonna go around the room. Everyone's gonna get a chance to talk. Completely fucking serious. No, I wouldn't do that to you. It's the worst when you gotta introduce yourself, right? Anybody here have a job? You ever have to do that in a team meeting, especially when you're new and you have to fucking introduce yourself? You have to say like, what you like to do when you're not at work? Let us know like what team you're gonna be on. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna tell you what I do outside of work. Right? Get an HR fucking violation right off the bat. My first fucking day on this team. Right? I end up just like making up stuff. Like I'll just say like something I've done once. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm Dave. When I'm not at work, I like to like paddleboard in Cancun. Visit my friend Jess in the hospital, and she has her spleen out. And I'm going to be doing communications on John's team. Because the alternative, my friends, of me saying what I actually do when I'm not at work would be just a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to be up there being like, hey, I'm Dave. When I'm not at work, I like to sit on the couch, like in my underwear, and just watch porn. Like a lot of porn. Like on my personal computer, not my home laptop. On my work laptop, I mean. Shut up, I fucked up, so what? But you know how like you watch so much porn that you get kind of bored with it and you just start like typing in the most bizarre, extreme shit possible, just not because you're into it, just because you want to see if it's there, right? You'll just be like, Brazilian, dwarf, gangbang, come. You know, not because like that's your thing. And I'm going to be doing communications on John's team. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what a fucking bad idea that is? Yeah. So I'm going to talk to you two right there. Man and woman, Dave, go in there. And I'll tell you why. Because you look very closed off. You got your arms folded. What, you don't fucking like a Christian comic? You got something against Christians? All right, let's start over. Let's start off on a safer foot. MAGA, everyone! MAGA! Yeah! Fuck yeah! That's called sucking the audience's dick. Right? The wind is right for MAGA. Look, I'm not, I moved to Arlington, Virginia from San Francisco, so you can kind of fucking guess who I voted for. But you know what? I'm okay! I don't care that fucking much. It's not like part of my fucking identity, and I'm not in the class of people he's gonna fuck up, right? I'm a white man. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be fine. I'm sorry for you, any trans. Yep, you right there. Sorry. Oopsie daisy. I'm not a political comic. I'm not a political comic! Can I just ask everyone to hold the laughter until the end, or we're never gonna get through this, okay? Let's all just shut the fuck up and let me do this. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'm not a political comic. But I think it would be, and I liked, by Biden to the extent that one can, like a cadaver. You know what I mean? Like yeah, he never fucked with me. But wouldn't it be awesome, like if he just fucking tried to pull a Trump and just stayed in office? He's like, fuck it, I'm not leaving. Right? And they just wheel him into like a fake Oval Office that they build over in the East Wing. You know what I mean? Have him just stamp shit all day. It's like, it's fine. I am gonna storm the Capitol on January 6th if anybody wants to come. I think that'll be a hoot. No, and I'll tell you why I'm not gonna do it. Have you seen how far it is from the road to the fucking windows you have to smash? Oh my God, I would be so winded. Fuck it. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker! Just kidding, what was that? Sorry, I said that out loud, didn't I? I have no internal edit. I'm sorry. Oh, good for you for wearing the hat with the American flag in case you get fucking lost or something. Are you okay? Where do you live? I don't get it. I don't understand why you have that flag. And just shut the fuck up for a second. I see it. I see how bad you want to fucking talk.
Be hippie too, don't worry.
What does it say?
Be hippie also.
Be hippie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, San Francisco, smoke your dope and have a good time.
Hey, why don't you fucking come up here and do this? I was the best new comic 21 years ago. DC, the big city, and now here I am. I've made it. I'm fucking Manassas. This is awesome. But can we just go back to the flag thing for a second? Not you. I'm not fucking with you. In fact, I'm not even gonna look in your fucking direction again. You make eye contact with someone, they're like, hey! No, danger. Danger, Will Robinson. I don't understand why some folks, and I'm not pointing at anybody, but some of y'all fucking put flags on fucking everything, like American flags, and it's like, this is where you live. Like it's like what, like waving the American flag here, like is kind of. And by the way, I served in the U.S. Army for 45 years. Trying to keep the theme going tonight. I was a fucking SEAL. No, I was in the Army for 2.5 years. Right? Until they were like, we're good. We think we can beat Saddam without you, Dave. Why don't you? Do you want to rest? Do you want to sit down? Where do you live? I'm like, America. But wearing the flag all the time, putting it on your truck and everything, it's like, I get it. It's like wearing the t-shirt of the band you're going to see. You know what I mean? Like you go to a Foo Fighters concert, you wear a Foo Fighters shirt, everyone's like, oh no shit, you like the Foo Fighters? Because we're at a fucking Foo Fighters concert. Everybody here likes the Foo Fighters. We get it. You didn't have to do that. It's like going to the Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat pizza buffet and wearing like an I Love Pizza t-shirt. Everybody there loves pizza. I appreciate the effort that you put into that laugh. You were like, emphysema be damned. I'm gonna laugh at that. All right. I hope I didn't alienate anyone with some of that stuff. I was in San Francisco for 8 years, and I got a little bit into Buddhism and meditation. So let's bring the energy back to sort of a positive place. Will you all indulge me for a second? Sure. Let's just do this. This doesn't count against my time. Everyone just go ahead and put your feet flat on the floor. Go ahead and close your eyes and just rest your hands on your legs. And we're just gonna do a really quick body scan. Shut the fuck up. This is Buddhism. So I want you to just bring your full awareness to your feet. Just feel the energy coming through the earth. Maybe wiggle your toes. Just check in with your feet. What's going on with your feet? Just bring your attention. I swear to fucking God. I'll start over. I will start the whole fucking show over. Just bring your attention to your calves. What are you feeling in your calves? Maybe in your knees. Just bring your attention to your thighs. Just check in with your thighs. I want you to just take your hand and just check in with your neighbor's thigh. Just give Get a little squeeze. Just say, I'm here, friend. Or stranger. Maybe cup their genital. No, all right, don't do that. All right, right? How good do you feel now? That's Buddhism. I think. I didn't read the whole fucking book. I don't know. That seems right. I'll tell you the hardest part about living in San Francisco. Is it the poop on the ground? Yeah. I mean, you have poop on the ground in any big city, right? But that's dog shit, right? Dogs don't use toilet paper. Like, it gets really gross. But the hardest part for me, because I was in the Army, I grew up in Virginia, I grew up in Fairfax. The hardest part for me was having to leave all my guns behind, because you can't have any guns in San Francisco, right? It's a big no-no. And that was kind of a bummer, man. And you start to kind of miss it. And I remember one day I was headed to San Mateo, and I was cutting through the city in this big park called Lake Merced, and I heard shotgun blast, the sounds of a Manassas wedding. I was like, what? And I followed the sounds, and there's a skeet and trap range right there in the park. And I went in there, and I was like, hey, do you all rent shotguns? And they said, yeah, we do. And I said, I'll take one shotgun, please. So I'm getting in my car, and the guy comes running out. He's like, where are you going? And I was like, San Mateo. And he's like, you got to shoot it here. I'm like, the dude's not here. Hippie freaks. Goddamn pot smokers. Any cops here? It's okay. How did you know? Did we already do this? You survey the audience coming in? You go. Are you just really good at spotting cops? You Holden? I am what? Did you just pull the I know you are, but what am I fucking retort? Do not think for 1 second that you can fucking heckle me. I've been doing this too long. Don't even fucking try. You can try, you'll lose, I promise you. Look, make me stand up like I'm in the gym doing squats. Nobody can heckle me worse than this motherfucker heckles me all day long. You want to yell out, you suck? I'm like, I know. He tells me all day long. And I heckle. I'll heckle from the stage. I heckle from the audience. I have no filter. I don't. I have thought words, right? Like no space in between. And it can be bad. It can be a bad thing. Mean things. I can hurt people. And I don't want to hurt people. Except that it beats the shit out of going to the gym, right? It is way easier to hurt people with your words. It's like a superhero. My father told me a long time, you can really hurt people with your words. And I was like, that sounds fucking awesome. But it's not. Because you know why people hurt people? Hurt people. Hurt people. Have you heard that? Yeah. I've been hurt. My father was not a hugger. He was a career Navy man. Hurt people. And it just creates a vicious cycle of more hurt people. So I proposed, in addition to the comedy, I also like to share ideas that we can take out into the world and spread like wildfire. Like MAGA. That's how that happened. It all started right here on this stage in Manassas. It's true, I think. I read that somewhere. I wrote it down and then I read it. The point is, what if we started a new saying? Hurt people hurt people. Right? He said it. He said, oh, in a really gay way. Like, no offense. But it was. Oh. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people can only hurt other hurt people. Creating a net increase of how many hurt people? You're so pretty. You don't need to know math. That's fine. You'll do fine. You will have a good life. Provided this all holds up. All right. That's it. That's the whole thing. Hurt people hurt people. Isn't that wonderful? Only hurt other hurt people. That's it. But anyway, we're talking about heckling. I told you, it's not all jokes here tonight. It's some ideas. It's idea sharing. It's learning. And then after the show, we're going to hug. And then I will choose 2 ladies with whom to share my sexual gifts. I'm just kidding. I'm married. I'm not like super fucking married. I was like, hi, I'm married. I'm married. Oh, the way you're all looking at me. Stop it. But I have done have said hurtful things. I have said mean things that I've regretted, but they just flew out of my mouth, right? Like when I was in college, I went to James Madison University, the Harvard of the Shenandoah Valley, and we had a dry rush event. We had a comedian come on stage, and it was just like 200 sober dudes. Like, it was awful. This poor guy, he gets up on stage and he bombed. Like, he was not doing well. No, he wasn't getting any laughs. And at one point, he just goes, well, do you all like impressions? Do you want to see an impression? And I yell out, do a comedian! Oh, so mean. So funny. It got a good laugh, but I hurt his feelings. I was doing a show up in Bethesda, Rock Bottom, and there was this lovely blonde woman sitting up front, and I chatted with her a little bit during my set, and she had this Eastern European accent. And I said, do you mind if I guess where you're from? She said, yes. And I said, you are Russian. And she got really offended. She's like, no, I'm not Russian, I'm Ukrainian. And I just went, well, you're not Russian yet. Oh, that's fucked up. That's so mean. I have no filter. I just say things. Has anyone, any fans of the hallucinogens here tonight? Maybe, yeah, they're fun. It's a good time, right? I've done, in San Francisco, it's a big thing, psychedelic therapy. Has anyone done that? No, it's not microdosing. And I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. I'm not gonna, I will fight any, like, much smaller woman here tonight. So, like I will just say that. Like, I'm not gonna fight you. You look like you can handle yourself. I just, like, windmill and, like, move in slowly. I'm not hard to beat, okay? So, I don't mean to be intimidating. I am gonna sprint the fuck out of here because I've been very, very hateful to you all. And you don't deserve it. You seem like good people. You do. What's that over there? Do you have something you want to share with the class? That's all right. That's okay. Continue your conversation. Guns! Yeah, they're fun, man. But it's weird, right? When you're in San Francisco, when cops pull you over, they always ask you two questions. They always ask you the standard question, do you know why I pulled you over? And we'll talk about that in a second. And then they say, do you have any weapons in the car? Right? Now in San Francisco, the correct answer to that is no. Right? But I got pulled over by the Virginia State Police on 95. He was like, do you have any weapons in the car? And I was like, no, sir. And he was like, well, here, take mine till you get yourself sorted out, freak. But cops, oh. This is a fun thing I'd like to share. This is an idea that I would love to see you all do. And you can, if you do this, please email me and let me know. Hi, DaveGeorge@gmail.com. Let me know how it goes. So when a cop pulls you over, they ask you that stupid question, which is, do you know why I pulled you over? Right? They're fishing, right? They're trying to get you to admit to something else that they don't know, right? So fuck it, man. Have fun with it. Here's one that I like to do when I am completely sober. If you do this, be sober. They're like, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Is it drunk driving? I'm drunk? No, sir, you were going 75. Wait a second. Right? No, be sober, because you're going to be blowing the breathalyzer or the cop. Like, it depends on how it goes. But have fun with it. You can make up anything, right? You can just, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Is it the dead hooker in the trunk? Again, only do that if there are no dead hookers in your trunk, because you are going to be popping the trunk for that cop, right? And even then, have fun with it, man. You pop the trunk, and you can be like, what the fuck? Did you pass a dead hooker in the room? So I feel like we've kind of bonded tonight. I feel like I've shared a little bit of me, and then most of you have shut the fuck up for. So can I tell a story that I don't normally tell? It's a love story, and it's also a medical story. So about 10 years ago, when I was in San Francisco, I found out I had to have my hip replaced, my left hip, total hip replacement, right? It was an old war injury. No, it was fucking arthritis. And you have to go in for a number of pre-surgery meetings or appointments with the physician's assistant. And the physician's assistant's name was Stephanie, and she was this beautiful, blonde, California surfer girl, and I fell in love. I fell in love with Stephanie, and I really wanted her to love me, The problem was, I was planning on like maybe months down the road asking her out, but she was gonna be in the operating room. So she was gonna see me naked, okay? 1, I'm carrying a few extra pounds. 2, I have what doctors call baby dick, okay? I have a small penis. And here's the thing, it wasn't always small. Oh, suddenly you're not looking at me like you want to fuck me anymore. Right? But when you gain weight, guys, this is true. When you gain weight, your little fupa like gets bigger, gets fat. It's like, and your dick looks smaller. It just does. I'm sorry. I thought I could share. It's like a pine tree, you know, and you pour mulch around. If you clear that mulch away, the trunk's going to look a lot bigger. That's all I'm saying. And this other doctor told me if I gained any more weight, I'm going to have a clit. I was like, what the fuck? I said, like, what kind of shit is that to say for a doctor to say to it? And she's like, I'm not a doctor, I'm your dental hygienist. Put it back. So I went in for the surgery, and I was afraid that I was going to wake up from the anesthesia and have a freak out, because this happens. A lot of people who go under general anesthesia will wake up crying. And I remember asking the OR nurse before going in, is that true? And she said, yes, because there's no sensation of time passing. And if you go under scared and anxious and afraid, you're going to wake up scared, anxious, and afraid. And confused. And some people have a complete freak out. Well, I didn't want Stephanie to see that. And I said, well, how do I avoid that? And she said, just go in there and have fun, joke around. I was like, I can fucking do that, right? So they're wheeling me in, they start that drip that makes you feel a little drunk, and I'm just chit-chatting with the anesthesiologist and the orders. Then we burst into the operating theater, and I'm like, let's play like champions today, everybody. And they're like, oh, he's awesome, he's a delight, this is gonna be so much fun. And then the doctor comes over, the surgeon, Dr. Nicholas Mast, he's a specialist. And I said, Dr. Nick, let me see your hands. And he holds them out, and he goes steady as a rock. And he said, do you have any questions before we begin? And I said, yes. At any point during the surgery, are you going to stick anything up my ass? This is a 100% true story. And he laughed, they all laughed, they're like, this guy's great, it's gonna be so much fun. And he said, no. And I said, what if I pay extra? Oh, they loved me. And the anesthesiologist, bless his heart, said, let me see the money. And I said, it's in my butt! And I wake up. And I wake up chuckling. I wake up just so pleased with myself, and there's Stephanie. And Stephanie's adjusting tubes. I'm in the recovery room, and I'm confused as fuck. I was like, what happened? And she's really not making eye contact with me. I was sensing a different vibe, right? And I said, the last thing I remember saying was that I had money in my butt. And then she made eye contact with me, and she said, that may be the last thing you remember saying. That was definitely not the last thing you said.